Ash Wrestling Report!
Just
Hey guys, this is my coverage of New Year's edition of Monday Night Raw. The show starts off with Alexa Bliss complaining to Kurt Angle for booking her match against Asuka. This is going to be a non-title match. Back in the ring, we see the Bar complaining and accusing Kurt Angle of showing favoritism to his son, Jason Jordan, for booking him and Seth Rollins in a title match which the Bar lost, and due to which Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins are our new tag team champions. Jason Jordan comes out to confront the Bar, and he says he deserved to be in that match and shows the title up. Seth Rollins comes out to defend Jason Jordan, and Kurt Angle books a match between Cesaro and Jason Jordan, in which Seth Rollins accompanies Jason Jordan in the ringside. Seth Rollins takes out Sheamus on the ringside, and Jason Jordan beats Cesaro clean. Can you believe it? Up next, Bray Wyatt takes on Apollo Crews. Titus O'Neil and Dana Brooke are on the ringside. Bray Wyatt defeats Apollo Crews with his sister Abigail. Matt Hardy shows up on the big screen and he says he's gonna turn Bray Wyatt's Fireflies into his Woken Warriors. Matt Hardy laughs off and the crowd joins in him with the delete chant. Backstage we see Alexa Bliss talking to Nia Jax. Alexa Bliss asks Nia Jax to be in her ringside for her match against Asuka, but Nia Jax refuses because Enzo Amore is ill and she wants to be on Enzo's side. Next up we see Asuka versus Alexa Bliss, and Asuka defeats Alexa Bliss comfortably with a submission as Alexa Bliss taps out and she wins by submission. In the backstage we see Renee Young interviewing Samoa Joe, and we know that Renee Young is Dean Ambrose's wife. So Samoa Joe says Dean Ambrose will have to rely on his wife's paycheck. Renee doesn't look happy. So tonight Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns are gonna face up for the Intercontinental Championship. And even if Joe wins by disqualification, Roman Reigns will lose the title. If Roman gets disqualified, Joe wins, and he's gonna win the title. Next up, Braun Strowman faces Rhino. Heath Slater on the ringside. Strowman defeats Rhino and gives him a flurry of running power slams. Heath Slater also gets the gift of Strowman the running power slam a couple of times, and the crowd absolutely loves it. Next up, backstage we see Kane talking to Braun Strowman. Kane has a plan to defeat Brock Lesnar, and he asks Braun Strowman, because Strowman has been in the ring with Brock before, so Kane conspires with Strowman and tells him that they both can double team and take out Brock Lesnar on Sunday. But Braun Strowman says he can take out Brock Lesnar on his own. Next up we have Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. This match was dramatic. Even the referee was taking part in it. So finally Roman Reigns won it with a spear on Samoa Joe, and the crowd absolutely loved it. Next up we have a cruiserweight segment. Drew Gulak and Arya Daivari are in the ring, and Cedric Alexander is partnerless. Goldust shows up. He's not technically 205 pounds or less, but he accompanies Cedric Alexander, and they defeat Drew Gulak and Arya Daivari Uh, Next up is Elias. He welcomes the Mr. Raj, and they're gonna take on Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows, the Bullet Club. Finn Balor pins Bo Dallas with a coup de grace, and now it's time for the main event. Brock Lesnar is up with his advocate Paul Heyman. Heyman says his client, the Beast, is going to defeat Braun Strowman and Kane, and he can defeat even the 30 men who are going to compete in the Royal Rumble, one by one or all together. Kane shows up and he chokeslams the Beast. Oh my god. Kane is about to leave the ring, and Brock Lesnar does the Undertaker. He sits up, and then a brawl breaks out. Brock Lesnar clotheslines Kane out of the ring, and Raw locker room heads out. The Raw roster tries to make peace between, they try to separate Brock Lesnar and Kane. Even though Brock gets the upper hand on Kane, and the show comes off to a close. Thank you for listening, guys. Much love.